Iranian prisoner hanged in public. A prisoner was publicly hanged in Jahrom, south of Iran. Also on Monday, March 11th, 3 prisoners of the Birjand Prison, northeastern Iran, charged with killing 2 armed agents of the regime, were also executed. 2 of those executed were father and son. A day prior to that, the Iranian regime executed another prisoner in Zahedan Central Prison, southeastern Iran. He was married and a father of 2 children. Some sources have mentioned that he was a former member of Iran's national kickboxing team. These executions were carried out after Ebrahim Raisi, one of the men in charge of the mass executions in 1988, was recently appointed as head of Iran's judiciary by the regime's supreme leader, Ali Khamenei. Human rights organizations support UN Special Rapporteur for Iran. In a letter published on March 15th, more than 40 human rights organizations have supported the renewal of the mandate for the UN Special Rapporteur for the human rights situation in Iran. In a letter, a copy of which was published by the New York-based Center for Human Rights in Iran, 42 organizations have called on members of the UN Human Rights Council to extend Javed Rahman's assignment. In his latest report, submitted to the UN Human Rights Council on February 27th, Rahman raised his concerns over human rights violations in Iran, paying particular attention to the way the death penalty is carried out. Pompeo to visit Israel, Lebanon and Kuwait to bolster anti-Iran regime drive. US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo plans to push back against Iran's maligned regional interests by visiting Israel, Kuwait and Lebanon between March 19th and 23rd. Pompeo said, "In each of those places we have a different mission set, but the common thing in each of those places is helping the countries bolster their efforts to push back against the Islamic Republic." Iran is a threat to UK and Europe, US counter-terror chief says. The US is calling on the UK and European states to take a tougher stance to hold Iran accountable for its terror-linked activities. Nathan Sales, the US ambassador at large and coordinator for counter-terrorism, said in an interview with the Daily Telegraph that the UK will likely be targeted next as it is a fertile ground for Iran's terror campaign. Sales said, "If there are no costs, Iran is going to keep going at it, so it is incumbent on us to impose these costs so that we can deter future acts of terrorism." He expressed concern at the number of attempted terror plots that Iran has carried out in Europe over the past year.